Good morning. Happy Tuesday. How is everybody? Welcome to Coffee Chats. Thank you for your time, for being here today. Today is May 27th. I'm going to start with the winner of the baby, Guess Who Baby game. I'm going to go through the pictures that were on the wall and tell you who they were, and then I'll tell you who won. All right. Next time we play, I may not put the faux people in there. Those that were allowing me to use your name to kind of throw you off, I thank you for participating. But next time, I think I'll just stick with the 9 because it was all over the board with the guests. It was really kind of fun. All right, so I will start with showing you the picture and I will tell you who the individual is. This cute little number here, dun, 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 this is number 1, and I will also put their names, I will post it along their picture on the wall as well, so you can take a look later throughout the week. This is Sylvia Sheeran. Little cutie pie. All right, number 2 was Lori Lovick. Number 2 was Lori Lovick. All right. Number 3 was Beverly Parks. Beverly Parks. Miss Parks here. Beverly. Okay. All right. Number 4 was Miss Deborah Dora. Little Deborah Dora here. Not precious. They're all so stinking cute. Okay. All right. They are so cute. Number 5 is Monty Lovick. All right. Okay, let's see here. Set that one down. All right. Number 6 is Nancy Sunstead. Nancy. Oh, Nancy. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. The next one is Carol Alberts. Carol Alberts. Number 7 is Carol Alberts. Oh, cutie pies. Precious little cuties. All right. Next one. All right. Number 8 is Ann Hendricks. Number 8 was Ann Hendricks. Were your guesses right or were they wrong? All right. Number 9 was Mike Moudry. Mike Moudry. Mike Moudry. All right, so thank you for your votes. Thank you for your participation. The winner is, drum roll, Lori Lovick with 6 votes. Woo-hoo. So Lori, would you please come up here for your participation and your correct votes? You win a prize, a gift card from Target Boutique. $25 million. $25. Thank you, Lori. Congratulations. Let's give her a round of applause. That was so fun. So we plan on playing again. I only have 2 so far. I haven't checked my box since Friday, but I only have 2 photos of babies, so I need a few more. If you'd be so kind as to participate, it would be a lot of fun to keep going. I'd like to do it at least one more time and maybe potentially with the staff. I think that would be fun, and then we'll can it. All right, thank you so much. Let me tell you what's going on for the week. I better hurry up here. Okay, so here we are. Van runs, starting the next 2 Mondays of June, they are canceled. So just FYI for your information, the van runs for the first 2 Mondays. Sorry, I don't know if I clarified that. First 2 Mondays of June are canceled. Does that make sense? Okay. Today in Marion Hall, we have Marguerite Regnow. She is here to discuss or to give a presentation on Becoming Greenlanders, a pre-modern immigration story, a look at the complicated history of Greenland and a prehistory today. So that is today at 10 o'clock up in Marion Hall. 1 p.m. we have our open art studio today. Wednesday the 28th, 1 p.m. we have our 3 recorded TED Talks. 3 topics are, and that's at 1 p.m. on 991, how to rebuild the U.S. economy, what happens if the Amazon dries up, and why autism is one-dimensional and what we can do about it. 1:30 we have 500, 7 p.m. we have bingo this Wednesday, of course. Thursday the 29th, 9 and 11, we have our recorded coffee chats on 991. 9:30 is our excursion to the National Eagle Center, so be prompt, be ready to go. It is a kind of a longer drive, but it's a good one, and there's a pit stop in between. So 9:30 is the departure time. Friday the 30th, 1 p.m. we have coffee chats on 991. 1 p.m. we have bridge and poker. 4 p.m. we have our happy hour every Friday. 7 p.m. we have our movie. The movie for this Friday is National Anthem Girl. It's a documentary. In 2014, a young woman became the first person in history to sing the Star-Spangled Banner in all 50 states, promoting patriotism and gratitude for our troops. So that is the documentary. The 31st, Saturday the 31st at 8 a.m. we have our men's breakfast. 7 p.m. we have bingo. Next Monday, the 2nd of June. Can you believe it's June already? Oof. We have 1 p.m. we have our knit and chat, and 7 p.m. we have 500. That is what I have for the week. Any questions? All right, it's good to see everybody. Hope everyone had a great Monday, a great holiday, and enjoyed yourself. All right?
Good morning. Good morning. Jillian, thank you for the baby pictures. Really cool. Okay. Many years ago, I was vacationing in upstate New York in a town called Cold Springs. While I was there, I had occasion to go to an antique auction. Hold on here. You know, a big auction of antiques. That is why they claim to have antique stuff that collectors would really want. One of the items that comes up is a child's sled, a wooden sled that the auctioneer claims was made by George Washington himself. The auctioneer turns the thing over, and carved into one of the wooden slats on the back of the sled is this: G. Washington, September 10th, 1752. Now I remember from 6th grade that the square root of 3 was George Washington's birthday. The square root of 3 is 1,732.
1.732.
1.732. And George Washington's birthday is in 1732. So if this carving on the sled is accurate, that would make him 20 years old at the time. So it stands to reason that at the age of 20, before he started his military career, he might be making a sled for a niece or nephew, or for his own, who knows. So I'm ready to bet 20 bucks on the thing, and someone in the crowd pipes up and says it's a fake. He was right. It was a fake. Why was it a fake? On the bottom of the sled, G. Washington, September 10th, 1752.
Birthday was February.
This isn't about his birthday, it's about him making the sled. In the year 1752, the days of September 3rd through September 12th did not exist in the British Empire, and this included the American colonies. This was considered a leap year to switch from the old style calendar to the Gregorian calendar. Skipping these 11 days allowed the calendar to line up with the rest of Europe. So the date carved on the sled could not be valid because that day in 1752 did not exist. There you go, smarty pantses. You notice I didn't even bother to say, if you know the answer, please hold it to yourself. Okay. It's that time of year, summer, when projects start to happen around here, and I wanted to give you an update on a few of them. This morning, we began tuck pointing the brick in the west building. 2 years ago, we did the atrium. Last year, actually, no, I'm getting screwed up on the years. 3 years ago, we did the atrium. Last year, it's 2 years. You get the idea. Last year we did the east building, and this year we're going to do the west building. And tuck pointing is when the mortar between the bricks starts to fail, or there gets water behind the brick, and the water freezes and breaks things, and it's just maintenance that needs to be done on the brick. That's being done over the course of the next week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Or 11 days. Nice. And these next 11 days will exist. June 4th, we start window washing. And we'll probably start window washing in the east, only because if they're throwing dust all over the west, we don't want to wash the windows quite then. We also have a contract signed to clean and stripe the garages, but for the life of me, I don't know what date that is. We'll get that squared away. I also wanted to talk a little bit, every time there's a holiday and housekeeping gets canceled, and usually it's a Monday holiday. Labor Day and Memorial Day are always Mondays. We do not cancel Monday each holiday. What Linda does is she rotates so that nobody is canceled more than anyone else. And we used to do it where, okay, it was a coincidence that Monday got canceled this week. So then in the old way, Juneteenth, which is a national holiday, Tuesday would have been canceled, no matter what day it was on. Well, what Linda does now is she uses logic. I know that the 4th of July is on a Friday. She's going to cancel Friday. But she's got a list of when everything is getting canceled, so you'll see that no one is getting canceled more than anyone else. And just know that we need to be able to look you in the eye when we make decisions like that, so that you know that we're competent and we're aware that you all are entitled to the same level of service, and that's what our goal is. Does anyone have any questions on anything? My dad used to say that, well, how does an opera end?
When the fat lady sings.
When the fat lady sings. My dad would say, the fat lady's not singing, but she's certainly clearing her throat. And that's where we're at with my Timberwolves. But that's all right. It's been, and they're not done yet. They're not. They're a resilient group, but I'm not going to bet any amount of money that they're going to win. Okay. Anything else? All right. Supermarket in Florida. a guy walks in and says to the produce clerk, I would like to buy half a head of lettuce. And the produce clerk says, I'm sorry, we don't sell lettuce by the half head. You got to buy a whole head or nothing.
Yes.
No, I don't want it to go to waste. I only want to buy half a head of lettuce. Could you go talk to your manager? Or can I see a manager? And the clerk says, no, I'll go talk to my manager. I'll go ask him if we can do it. So he goes back and he goes through those swinging doors back into the back of the produce department, and he sees his manager standing there, and he says, there's some jerk out here that wants to buy half a head of lettuce. And he turns around, there's a guy standing right there. And he said, and this fine gentleman would like the other half. So, a little while later, the produce manager gets along with the young guy and he says, you know, that really showed the ability to think on your feet. That was really, really great. Where are you from? He goes, well, I'm from Canada. Well, how did you end up in Florida? Well, the only people in Canada are hockey players and tramps. And the produce manager says, well, my wife is from Canada. And the young guy says, oh, really? What team does she play for? Birthdays. What do I always say here? What's the date? What? 27th. Anyone have a birthday today?
Do you not have the sheet?
No, I have them.
Jillian helped him.
Jeanette, you just keep quiet over there, okay? How many of you watch Care 11 News? Did any of you see the piece on the red plane that was in the Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie?
I saw it this weekend.
Yeah.
The movie? That plane was owned by the Little Interrupter's brother. Jeanette Anderson's brother sold that plane to Paramount Pictures. And in St. Michael, they had a showing for the movie. Am I right on this, Jeanette?
You're right.
Well, did you hear her? You're right. Keep talking over there.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, you should be proud of him. It's pretty cool. Okay, back to birthdays. The lady sitting next to Jeanette has a birthday on the 30th, Lavon Grata. She's despondent over the Timberwolves this morning, but she'll get over it. Barbara Mueller on the 30th. Patty Wright from 812E has a birthday, not to be confused with the Patty Wright from 512 West. Something like that. Roz Strimling on the 1st, Mary Forstein and Susan Bells on the 2nd, and we'll go with Monty Lovig on the 3rd. Anniversaries, Dean and Pat Anderson, June 1st. They got a big one. No, 69 years. Next year will be 70. Okay, let's sing happy birthday to our neighbors. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you. Go Wolves.